great courage, and other things about the Cavaliers-Terry Pluto-esque graffiti. Cleveland, Ohio. Scribbles in my notebook after the Cavs' 114-101 victory over Portland Friday. With this victory, the Cavs have a 22-17 record. The victories equal last season's total. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff didn't pay much attention to that. We don't get caught up in the past. This is a different group. We stress taking care of the job in front of you. Bickerstaff knows he has something special developing. He is beginning to push the team harder. In this victory, he mentioned one possession where the Cavs gave up 4 offensive rebounds. There was another point in the game where they took too many quick shots. Bickerstaff said, "We can't get caught up in trying to outscore the other team. All year long, we have to rely on our defense. We are a defensive team first." More Bickerstaff. "We don't have to take home run plays. We can take the singles. Get good shots. Don't turn the ball over. It's a good group effort." The Cavs entered the fourth quarter with an 82-78 lead. Bickerstaff was unhappy because the Cavs were being out-rebounded 42-29. But in that final 12 minutes, the Cavs controlled the boards, 14-9. They held Portland to 23 points and 33% shooting. The Cavs returned to the style of play that has made them the number 3 defensive team in the NBA. Darius Garland has the courage it takes to become a great player. Joshua Gunter, Cleveland.com. Then there was Darius Garland, who delivered 26 points on 10 of 17 shooting. Portland kept defending him by going under a pick, creating room for Garland to fire away from the outside. Though he did, Garland was 5 of 8 from three-point range. Why would Portland defend Garland that way? The Blazers wanted to take away his drives to the basket, which either become lob passes for the Cavs' big men or floating shots for 2 points thanks to Garland's soft touch. The Cavs will remain crazy glued to their defense-first identity, but they also need someone to run their one more pass offense, as Bickerstaff calls it. That someone is Garland. They need an outside shooting threat in the backcourt. That also is Garland. In his last 10 games, Garland is averaging 24.3 points, 6.5 assists while shooting .528 from the field and .400 on three-pointers. He has made his last 38 free throws. He is playing at an all-star level. A key play is when Garland wanted to steal a fourth-quarter inbounds pass. Portland's Robert Covington caught the ball with Garland close by. Garland reached in, grabbed the ball away from Covington, drove to the basket and scored. That gave the Cavs a 108-96 lead with 2:08 left and seemed to break Portland's will. Bickerstaff on Garland: "He has the courage to make the play when it matters most. It's the courage to take shots that may not be wide open. You have to create your own. It's the courage great players have, and we believe Darius is headed in that direction. He has room for improvement, but he has the courage to be great." Generally soft-spoken, Garland heard those comments and simply said, "The game is starting to come to me. I'm not forcing anything now." On to the big guys, starting with Jarrett Allen. The stats show him with 13 points, 13 rebounds and 5 of 6 shooting. They don't show he was matched up most of the night with the massive Jusuf Nurkic. The 7-foot, 285-pounder is like a buffalo, bullying people out of the way and trying to dominate the paint. Nurkic is averaging 13.5 points and 10.1 rebounds. He scored 14, but was a dismal 5 of 17 from the field. Portland was outscored by 13 points when Allen and Nurkic were on the court together. Cedi Osman has a comfort level, playing with Kevin Love and other substitutes. Joshua Gunter, Cleveland.com. Along with Garland's 9 points in the fourth quarter, the other big hero down the stretch was Cedi Osman. He drilled 4 of 5 from three-point range for 12 points in the final period. Off the COVID list, Osman was playing for the first time in 3 weeks. Bickerstaff said, "Cedi is our weapon. He is comfortable in the role coming off the bench. He is a threat capable of making shots." Osman's career has been revived this season. He's averaging 11.5 points in 23 minutes a game, shooting .456 from the field and .405 on three-pointer. They needed Osman on this night as Kevin Love had one of his first tough shooting games in more than a month. He was 3 of 9 for 8 points. He added 7 rebounds and brings poise to the game even when he's not scoring big. Rajon Rondo made his first appearance. He brings many of the same qualities as the injured Ricky Rubio. Rondo can set up an offense. He moves the ball well. He is a pesky defender. In 17 minutes, he had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. Rondo scored 11 points. He was effective driving and drawing fouls, 5 of 6 from the foul line. An iffy outside shooter, Portland didn't defend Rondo away from the basket. Rondo kept shooting three-pointers, mostly missing. He was 2 of 8 from long range. The Cavs don't need Rondo taking as many three-pointers as Garland. Surely Bickerstaff will talk to the veteran about that. But the rest of Rondo's game will be a big plus to the Cavs. Portland was without starting guards Damian Lillard and Cedi McCollum, two 20-point scorers who were injured. Former Cavaliers Larry Nance Jr. is out with a knee problem. In 23 minutes a game, he's averaging 6.9 points and 5.6 rebounds for the Blazers. Finally, there was rookie Evan Mobley continuing to not play like a rookie. He had 18 points and 8 rebounds. In his last 10 games, Mobley is averaging 19.7 points, 7.5 rebounds and shooting .593 from the field. For Mobley and the Cavs, it's on to Golden State for a Sunday night game. Recent Terry Pluto column: why Kevin Stefanski in year 2 was more like a rookie year for the coach. Terry's talkin' Brown. Forget ping pong balls, the Cavs are playing for real. Terry's talkin' Cav. The strange season for Case Keenum. Terry's talkin' podcast. Baker's future, Cavs rise. Fans have a right to be upset with the Browns. Post-game scribble. Health struggles behind Doug Deacon's decision to retire. Another awful game in Pittsburgh. Baker takes a beating. Cavs providing some therapy for Cleveland sports fans. Bengals making the playoffs is a symbol of Browns' frustrating season. Hey, Terry, what about Ben Simmons? Is Darius Garland another Mark Price?